Last 1 minute. Do not open your eyes and just be with your natural breath. Last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly remove your hands and put both your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And you may slowly open your eyes. This, my dear friends, is breath mindfulness meditation for you. Thank you. And this is an instrument called the hand pan. A hand pan with all the 7 notes of music. Thank you.
Wow. Looks like Ma Saraswati showered all her blessings through all of us, on all of us, through you, Amulya and Abhishek. It was really, really soulful music. Thank you so much. And I appreciate all the guests, those who were really before time to enjoy this mindful meditation. I really congratulate you all for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So now, we are having 10 minutes break, and we are just waiting. Let other guests also come. And exactly at 9 o'clock, we would be starting our program. Thank you.
बाहर होंगे होटल में उनको बता देना वो सब बैठे हैं जो है उनसे वही सब देखना बोल देना कंसोल पे बैठे हैं सारी नहीं वही बताएंगे ना नहीं
चेयर लगी हुई है ये तो कितनी है 7 है 8 है और good है I know but chairs were there and they are also there so we have to confirm it was not required because खाली lighting of the lamp ही था ये but अब ये और ये जैसे हाँ ये भी बट ये बैठने तो नहीं थे अब ये साइन से पर क्लियर करना पड़ेगा कि चेयर लग गई हैं तो हटवाएं और वहाँ पे दिया बत्ती रखा है ऐसा
लगा हुआ लैंप लगा रखा है
In Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, we all are Buddhas. It is the Buddha that is speaking, and it is the Buddha that is listening. The Buddha gives the best possible speech and the best possible listening. And we are going to create a whole world of Buddha. We are the grand Buddha CEOs of our own lives.
This conference is spread over 2 days, as most of you know. and it is peppered with a variety of keynotes, power talks, panel discussions, and a lot of case study videos that you'll see. And this whole program has been designed with the only objective so that each one of you, if you have not learned or practiced this form of meditation, for you to learn and practice this form of meditation and also understand the impact this type of meditation has been having on the 4 tracks that we have, on holistic excellence, on physical health and mental well-being, on organizational excellence and educational excellence. So with this theme of excellence through meditation, our hope is that each one of you will leave convinced and inspired to practice and spread this art and science of meditation towards a peaceful and fulfilling life for all. Welcome again to this conference. Enjoy the next 2 days. All of us are here. If you have any questions, please reach out to any of us on the organizing committee. Thank you, and a warm welcome again.
Dear Masters, as said, the purpose of this conference is to bring meditation as a part of our life for holistic growth, physical and mental well-being, and excellence in education and organizations. And this would not have happened without the support of Padma Shri D.R. Kartikeya sir. A round of applause for him. The chairman of this conference, who has been a pillar and a guiding force behind this noble cause. And I take the honor of inviting all the honorary guests on stage for lighting of the lamp. Please welcome with clapping our chairman of this conference, Padma Shri D.R. Kartikeya sir. Sir, we welcome you. Former President ICSI, Government of India, Hanumanta Rajuji. Please, sir. Buddha CEO Founder, Shri Chandrasekhar Pulmarsetti. Mrs. Vasanta Shastri, Chief Editor of Pyramid Dhyan Jagat and Director of One Media Network. Ma'am, please. Brahmarshi Chakravarti, Dr. Newton Kondaweti, MBBS MD, and Brahma Vidvarishta, Dr. Lakshmi Newton, MBBS. Shrimati Girija Rajan, a Senior Spiritual Master. Ma'am, please. Shri Vijay Bhaskar Reddy, Chairman Ashoka Builders, Chairman Maheshwara Mahapyramid, Cathal, Hyderabad Pyramid of PSSM. Mrs. Vani Pulmarsetti, Founder Director, Soul Trends Meditation Studio. And Mrs. Parinita Patriji, Patriji's daughter and co-founder of Swadhyaya Yoga. Please give them all a huge round of applause. Sir, please, we would like you all to do the lighting of the lamp. I would like to invite Mr. Prashant Agarwal also on the stage, and Kripa Sai Sagar also. Wow. May this lamp light our hearts also from inside. Show us the right path. Give us the right direction. Sow the right seeds in the whole world.
May I request Padmashri Karthikeyan sir to give his, please stay on here, all of us to gentlemen. Yes, Karthikeyan sir to give a brief message, sir. Welcome message, inaugural message.
I'll go there. Okay, you're most welcome. Most welcome. It's going to be a very significant day in the history of the movement. First, our pranam, namaskar, gratitude to Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, the founder of the great movement now, which is going to, it's already spreading, but it's going to spread much more all over the world now with great masters here, Dr. Newton, Dr. Lakshmi, Chandra, and everybody else, and also, Patriji, and all the masters here, because he never created disciples. Patriji created only masters. So that's why in the less than 40 years, started by a simple person, reached all corners of the world now, everywhere. Most welcome. Of course, join the proceedings, enjoy the day, and spread the movement everywhere. Thank you. Namaskar.
Dr. Newton. Dr. Newton. Your welcome message.
Warm welcome, my dear friends. This is the first global conference of meditation leaders, and this idea was conceived by Chandrasekhar, Grandmaster. He has been such inspiration to thousands of people, and during COVID time I have been witnessing how he has, along with Vaniji, touched so many lives, transformed. The result of it is now is this global conference, and making all leaders of corporate organization, all organizations, meditators and enlightened beings. We need many enlightened leaders in the world. And not only that, meditation, many meditators have leadership qualities. They need to also become leaders. And really appreciate this fantastic cooperative, collaborative work done by Buddha Sivo Quantum Foundation. Thank you. And here, Dr. Lakshmi.
Thank you.
Namaskar, my dear friends. Pranams. I welcome you all to this first global conference of meditation leaders. Many masters, many individuals are trying to bring peace on this planet Earth. And we are trying to focus on outside. Let us change the world. Let us do something outside. But it doesn't work like that. Because the transformation has to start at an individual level. First, meditation should be taught to parents so that the families are transformed. First, meditation should be taught to teachers so that all the schools are transformed. First, meditation should be taught to leaders so that all the companies, all the business organizations are transformed. So, when an individual transforms, the whole family is transformed. When the families are transformed, states are transformed. When states are transformed, nations are transformed. When nations are transformed, world is transformed. So, I wish the entire Buddha CEO Foundation, I congratulate all of them for their wonderful efforts, and let us all make this a grand success, my dear friends. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Request Girija Rajanji to give a brief message.
Thank you very much for this great opportunity. Yeah, nice to see so many Buddhas here. All of you have come here. So many things are there outside this area, this room, this conference hall. But you have chosen to be here. Congratulations to one and all of you because you have chosen this place. So it's a great, wonderful event that is going to happen here for the today and tomorrow. And I hope all of you will benefit out of it immensely and make best use of this opportunity and grow higher and higher in your spirituality and your spiritual life, thus benefiting your material life as well. So thank you so much for this great opportunity that's been given by Chandraji and his team. Their fantastic work is being done by them. Patriji held a torch for so many years, torch of truth, and he made it into several thousands of torches, and he gave it to the
to Delhi. So Patriji had envisioned one world government where all the world leaders encompass meditation and ahimsa, a compassion for the entire world. And that is how one world government is formed. And that is the future which is going to happen. And PSSM is going to play a very, very, very key role in making that happen. So Patriji's vision, which is Dhyan Jagat, Shaka Jagat and Pyramid Jagat, is just beginning. So thank you so much, my dear friends, for coming here and gracing us in this occasion. Thank you.
I request Hanumantaraj Garu to give a message.
Thank you very much, my dear masters, that in whom all beings resides, and who resides in all beings, the supreme soul of universe. That supreme soul is Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji. And he has planted number of small, small plants at that time. Each plant has become now banyan tree. Out of all the lot, one of the banyan tree is our Chandra sir. And the way what they are doing, supported by Vani madam, kudos to both of them. Thanks is not sufficient for them to make it here. They are making Buddha CEO, Quantum Foundation, CEO. That means they are transforming all CEOs. And all CEOs in the corporate, when they transform, it will become, a production also will increase. All folds. And in turn, our GDP of the country is going to increase. Our GDP is making about here in the future. And they say India looks, with all other things, also a meditation country. With that meditation country we are in, we are very fortunate to have such kind of legendaries here. So thank you very much for giving an opportunity. So all the team, Chandra sir, Vani sir, Sagar sir, and all the team of Buddha CEO, kudos to all of you. You are doing a great work. You are doing so much for the universe. That universe is going to give back to you, my dear masters. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Hanumantraj Garu. May I request Bhaskar Reddy Garu to give a message.
Good morning to all Patrijis. Today is a wonderful day in the PSS movement and is a big turning. Suvarna Aksharato Rayavalsina Rosidi. Endukante then our movement pssm now is going to from Chandra sir, Buddha CEO team, the wonderful today's program conduct here, and he said every quarterly basis, monthly basis, all regional conferences has to happen. Next year, our second conference will be in New Delhi with 5,000 people. Yes, big claps. Today is a 500. Next year 10 should be added. Again, next year we will do in a larger scale entire PSSM program with Buddha CEO. Will do wonderful program. Thank you, masters.
Prashantji, Convener Prashantji.
Yeah. Good morning to all, and I think I could see the energy which is there. And I can only say with this global conference of meditation leaders, it's not about 500 people who will be here for these 2 days. It's about creating that energy where we can create one people, one world, one universe. So that's what our message is. And that's what we have to spread for excellence across the world. Thank you all for coming and gracing the occasion.
I request Vani Madam to give a message.
Welcome, Grand Masters, and my great pranams to Brahmarshi Patriji, and great gratitude to Karthikeyan sir. And this, whatever it's happening still now, whatever you are seeing, whatever is continuing, that's Brahmarshi Patriji. It's a great experience with him in the spiritual journey. And whatever we got an experience, we constantly, in this life, until our last breath, that is what we want to do it. That is what is the last breath he demonstrates in front of us. There is no off screen, on screen. They always one word, what he is talking, what he is doing, what he is implementing in life, constantly guide us. And that guidance, whatever the Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation team is, all are working for that mission. And vegetarianism and meditation. And thanks to each and everyone. My small request, who are attending this global conference, this intention is, who are attending here, we all should carry this, spread the meditation and vegetarianism. Please, we all take the responsibility of the great humanity. Thank you, each and everyone.
Thank you, Vani Madam. So happy morning, dear friends. It's a great privilege and honor on behalf of Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, from several PSSM organizations, Pyramid Valley International, Hyderabad Pyramid Spiritual Trust, Bangalore Pyramid Spiritual Trust, Spiritual Tablets, and Quantum Life University. It's a dream for every meditator in the world to see that meditation goes. It's a dream for every master. And while meditation has been seen as a wellness process, a process that we gain excellence in wellness, we have great wellness and health, but we all understand that meditation is much more. And the purpose of this conference is to demonstrate excellence and then show that there is so much of scientific evidence is there about showing excellence in engagement, excellence in growth, and excellence in purpose, excellence in engagement in where people engage, excellence in growth, and then excellence in purpose, dear friends. So meditation is not just about wellness, and this entire conference that you will see the messages towards how it is helping people grow, how it's helping organization grow, how it's helping people cooperate better to each other, how it's helping people to align to their purpose. And they align to their purpose, everything is automatically there. The health is there, relationships are there, growth is there. So we're going to be, this is our attempt, first attempt to bring these core messages of meditation. As Padmashri Karthikeyan sir always says, if a person transforms, inner transformation is there, then automatically then the outer is taken care. So very, very deeply grateful to Brahmarshi Patriji, my inspiration, our entire inspiration, a master who made it so simple, who enabled and said meditation can be approached very, very scientifically. It's not something just religion that you've got to practice. It can be taken very, very scientifically. He allowed for scientific research and evidence. The result is today Buddha Seva Quantum Foundation that is looking at the research. We have much research is there that we're going to present during the different tracks of the conference. And we have taken only 4 tracks as excellence into the holistically how it's transforming. From health, how it's increasing the excellence in health, but definitely organizational excellence. We've got leaders coming in and then talking about in the videos as well as in the presentation panels, how meditation is improving in their organization to grow. And then of course, then we have educational excellence, which is so foundation that how meditation is improving engagement, confidence, clarity for individuals, for students, and then their mind powers and all of that. So we got those tracks too. And then we're deeply thankful to our mentors, starting with Padmashri Karthikeyan sir, Dr. Padmashri, Dr. R.V. Ramani, and then Dr. S.V. Balasubramaniam, and then Dr. Newton Kondaviti. They've been very, very well guiding us all throughout our process of Buddha Seva Quantum Foundation. So once again, warm welcome. So we'll see you all engaged in the conference for the next 2 days. Thank you.
I request Padam Shri D.R. Karthikeyan sir to be there on the stage only. And before this, okay, there is one announcement to be made that if people are comfortable in Hindi and they want to have the knowledge, like all the sessions in Hindi, then we have reserved one hall, Gulmohar Hall, and there everything is being translated in Hindi. So if you are comfortable, those who are comfortable, they can move there. Otherwise, this is fine. Okay. Sir, I would like to introduce you, Padam Shri Karthikeyan sir, who is acting as a chairman of this conference. Padam Shri D.R. Karthikeyan ji, President of Foundation for Peace, Harmony and Good Governance, is a retired Indian government civil services officer with a very illustrious career as former director of Central Bureau of Investigation, former Special Director General of CRPF, and Director General, National Human Rights Commission, among others. He was awarded the Padma Shri in the year 2010 for his contribution to the field of Indian civil services. Karthikeyan ji is on the board of several non-profit and for-profit organizations as director, trustee, advisor, chairman, and more. He is closely associated with many spiritual organizations and the masters worldwide, including Art of Living, Isha Foundation, Pyramid Spiritual Societies Movement, Ananda Sangha, Brahma Kumaris. He is fondly called as spiritual ambassador to the world. Kartikeji is a regular practitioner of meditation and attributes lot of holistic health benefits to meditation and advocates it compassionately to everyone. He is the key inspiration to Buddha CEO, Quantum Foundation, and to all of us. We welcome you, sir, and we are very, very honored to have you here with us. Sir, please.
Thank you, Vera. Namaskar, good morning. Namaste. To the wonderful audience and also the many thousands and thousands of people listening to watching this program on the PMC Hindi, PMC Telugu and many other channels in all parts of the world. It's a great day in the moment, started by a simple, humble, good-hearted man, Brahmarshi Patriji. He used to tell me, how did you sit through the 10 days of Vipassana meditation? He said, only one day I attended, the first day of the 3-day Anapanasati meditation. I found it was good enough. It was tough, no doubt, sit through 10 days, how many of you have done Vipassana? Okay, yes. It's not easy to sit through because 2 simple meals a day and morning to evening, and after 3 days you can't speak to anybody, 7 days of silence. Early morning you have to get up. But at the end of the day, at the end of the program, you see it was worth sitting through. But an enlightened person like Patriji, first day was good enough, and he said, I want to make it simpler. It made it a simpler technology for anyone to follow. And as you all know, as most of you are aware of the followers, he went from home to home, village to village, because he said, in Tamil we call it Nan Petra Inbam Peruga Bayagam. That is the joy, the benefit I got. My duty is to spread to as many as possible. That's what he did. State to state, country to country. How many countries he had visited? Non-stop, untiringly. Even when physical health was not permitting, in spite of the request of all of us, he was in a hurry to spread it. He said, first Dhyan Andhra Pradesh, then Dhyan Bharat, then Dhyan Jagat. I used to wonder, this good-hearted man, how he is going to achieve it, but he did it, as we all know very well, very well. In the process, he created many masters, but he never called anybody as a disciple. He was only creating masters, and we have seen this happening. We have seen some of the great masters here on the stage also, we have seen. They have their own special technology and taking it around the world, popularize it now. Now, you see the power of yoga and meditation. See, on 20th June 2013, I happened to meet the Chief Minister of Gujarat, then Chief Minister of Gujarat, Mr. Narendra Modi ji, as Chairman of the Gujarat State Advisory Council on the Ambulance Service. We run 2,000 ambulances in Gujarat alone now, over 15,000 all over the country. He's very fond of that project. So I used to meet him whenever I go. That day when I went, he was already campaigning on behalf of the then opposition party BJP for Prime Ministership. In a long meeting, but I asked him at the end of it, Sir, Chief Minister's job is a full-time job, and you are campaigning as Prime Ministerial candidate. India is not a country, it's a continent. Even if you travel constantly, you will not be able to cover the whole country, and in addition to that, you are going to be the Chief Minister also. Where will you find the time and energy? And he told me, I repeated it a number of times, many places, even before he became the Prime Minister. At Karthikeyanji, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 90 minutes of yoga, pranayama, dhyanam, hatha yoga, breathing exercise, and meditation. So I have been doing it from younger days, and I don't know what fatigue is. Come at 10 o'clock in the night, you will see me either in the home office or in the office. I will be traveling in villages. And we see that great man's energy. Even today, though he must be the busiest in the world, he finds time for his practices now. Why I am saying this, when we go to any place I go and talk about it, first duty is to be healthy. And for that, the technology is yoga, which includes meditation. People say, sir, where is the time? We are so busy now. I said, can anybody be busier than the Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, the entire world? How many challenges within the country and globally also. He is a mediator on many disputes. We're talking to world leaders, constant travel and all that. What I'm saying is, so let us not deceive ourselves telling we are busy. Nobody can be busy. After 24 hours, can we not spend at least 1 hour on ourselves? And here, Buddha created Vipassana, and Satyananda Goenka ji brought it back from Burma to India 2,500 years after Buddha left. And Patriji has simplified it and given it to all of us now. Yes, we are here fortunate to have known it, but some of us do it for some time and give it up. We have to spread it to the world, and that is the purpose of Patriji. And personally, I am immensely benefited because when I was investigating the most challenging task of investigating Rajiv Gandhi assassination case, 20 hours a day, 7 days a week, the whole year, so much of stress, tension, constant travel between Delhi, Hyderabad and Madras, dealing with, the political manipulations, threat of the deadliest terrorist group in the world, protecting the trial, protecting my own people, and protecting the integrity of the investigation and trial. All that was possible because I did follow yoga and meditation particularly. I can tell you, with the pressure I went through, but for that, I would not be before you, I would have gone long back. That is the power of meditation. Power of meditation. So, we can face any challenge, any situation. And we see so much of stress all over the world now. Sometimes we wonder what's going to happen to the world. One is global warming, the glaciers melting faster than they should, sea water level rising, there is imminent threat to many of the island nations being submerged. That is inevitable, it's going to be, because whatever damage has been done itself, that's all because of, thoughtless way we are living now, and violence everywhere, crime, disease. With all the technology and progress in the world, what is happening now? More diseases, more deaths, more fear, and tension within the families, more divorces, and more addiction to alcohol, tobacco and all that. If you look at all that, ultimately, more courts, more police, more jails, more governments. But, our comforts have increased. But can we say to that extent we are having a more peaceful, healthier life? No. Because ultimately the technology is within each one of us now. Global conferences on peace and national conferences, all that is nothing, because when there is no peace within each one of us, view the fundamental Unit of the whole thing is a human being. So unless we create harmony between the body, mind and soul, we are not going to have harmonious families or societies or a world without war, world with harmony, justice and all that now. So here we are given the technology that is within ourselves. It doesn't cost anything. If we can do this meditation, the simplest, I support all forms of meditation. I'm a religious person, and I respect all religions. I've been to all holy places considered holy by all religions all over the world, number of times. But the simplest form of meditation is anapanasati. Distilled from Buddha's Vipassana meditation now, given to all of us by Brahmarshi Pitamaha and being spread all over now. Simplest. So since this technology is with us, why we are not doing it? Because lack of awareness now. That is why this movement, that is the global conference already. During the pandemic, what happened, we are not able to meet each other and all that now. At that point of time, Brahmarshi, I had a good fortune of meeting him by chance about 30 years back in Hyderabad. And he has been very, very kind and to me and been inviting me again and again. Sometimes I could go Pyramid Valley. At that time, because not many of you have been kind to me because I'm guest of the Guru. Among them, I had a good fortune of meeting Dr. Newton, Dr. Lakshmi, Sri Daga, and of course Chandra and Vani also. And the pandemic declared. Then Chandra said, I want to do it, try it on Zoom because we can't gather together. So out of gratitude to them for their hospitality to me, I said, yes. This is how the whole thing started. This Buddhasi of is not concerned. So one day we started morning Zoom. For me, I'm not a techno, but anyway, with great difficulty I joined. I thought I will just join and then give it up, but it was interesting. Even though he was a beginner at that time. Then I continued for a few days' time. I found it interesting, though we were not new to spirituality or meditation. The way he taught his anapanasati meditation attracted me. I shared it with a few of my friends now. And people who have faith in my word, some of them joined. And even though it was free meditation, free because, as Goenkaji said and Patriji said, how can you put a price on this is a technology which is life transforming. How can you put any value? Priceless. But then one of my friends, he sent 10 lakhs of rupees. And I didn't know that time. Somebody sent 5 lakhs, 3 lakhs and all that. That is people who can afford, and they felt it happening. So that's how the first 40 days happened. Then I had the courage to write on his request, more and more people around the world. So I know nobody can make me say something. No power on earth can make me say something about which I'm not convinced. So without any hesitation, I recommended to people, and we have a long list of people on the email, and few hundreds joined and few thousands joined, and many in turn, organized it and all these things. Today, so many 40 days, I think about 10, 12 sessions have gone. They've gone all over the world now, all over the world. Many are benefited. Then I used to normally attend meditation and go away, but then I thought I would listen to the response of the people. I found transformation. So at that time, then I thought I write newsletters on important subjects, what touches my heart. So on that, once I prepared a newspaper, research paper. I called it meditation is medication, because many said we are cured totally. Doctors said we prescribe meditation along with medication. Some doctors with degrees A to Z said, we have ourselves given up the medication. Then I was convinced. But then I wanted messages from great masters like Sadhguru Saji, and then Sri Ravi Shankarji and all that. So when I said I'm writing this meditation, Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankar said, no, Karthikeyan, meditation is better than medication. But my paper was ready, I had to give you a title. So I said, with little hesitation, I said meditation is miraculous. But that later, after a few weeks or a few sessions, I found it was true, meditation is miraculous. No exaggeration at all, and all that thing. I've seen young children, I don't want to mention them, a number of children are there from America. That child used to sit with the parents and listen. I have seen it, before this started, the child was there, 9-year-old child. After the parents left also, she continued to be there. Then after a few sessions, he wrote to me also. She said, I was not a good student, but now I find my teachers, everybody is admiring my performance, my behavior, everything is all due to meditation, I'm following it. And once the child said, having known this, my teacher, American teacher, when she is under stress, she says, give me a session. I'm telling you, after listening to all these things, then I said, yes, what I wrote was right, meditation is miraculous now. So, now, why this session, why we are doing all these things? Because, why did Goenkaji brought Vipassana from Burma to India, giving up all these diamond business? Why did Patriji started going from house to house, village to village? Because, see, my alone being peaceful or happy is not enough. Because we are living in a society. So we have to spread it to as many as possible. Otherwise, we can't live in islands of happiness or joy. And meditation, we have seen, psychosomatic diseases is all proved. You have 70%, they say, 90%, they say, it starts with the mind. Your thoughts create your reality, all these things we have heard a number of times now. So if we can create harmony between the body, mind and soul, and we are all created with good nature, so then you are peaceful and our thoughts are peaceful. We want to do only the right. When the diverting attentions are going on, we stay with what is good for us. We are healthy. We give good thoughts. We spread peace. Then, you lead a life, prevent diseases, and when it happens also you can heal fast and all that. The same thing, the crime will be less. Jealousy will be less. We won't hate. We learn a life of acceptance. Acceptance, what is there, and then tolerance, and forgive, able to forgive people, to forget issues, create a healthy society. Then such people are creating good politicians also. We'll have good governments, less corruption. So we can create a peaceful world, peaceful society, happy life and all that thing now. Now I got the quotations from, not from Bhagavad Gita to Confucius, everybody there, about the power of meditation. It is not just because it's been there, time honored, in every tradition it has been there, and it was forgotten between. Now the simplest technology is available with us, we have learnt it, let us spread it. I am sure one day we will create a peaceful and harmonious society and a world without war, a world where there is peace, justice and harmony. Stay on and spread it to as many as possible, because that is the purpose of our being here. Otherwise, we are not here just to exist and go away. You look after ourselves, look after the family, but what you do to others, from whom we don't expect, that is the purpose of life. Namaskar.
No, sir, just a minute. felicitation. Yeah. Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Indeed, we want peace and efficiency in every work we do. It is a conscious fine-tuning of all capacities and efficiency systems. And this fine-tuning will happen through consistent meditation practice. I would like to invite Dr. Newton and Mrs. Newton to please felicitate sir. Yeah, please bring. Thank you, sir. Thank you. With meditation, when problems or setbacks comes our way, we do not dwell on the why, but rather accept them and spend more time in finding and acting on the solutions. So this is the power of meditation. And let's see a video now on our Grand Master Patriji. Okay. Now I would like to invite the founder of Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, Shri Chandrasekhar Pulmarsetti ji. Meditation. Shri Chandra Pulmarsetti is the founder of Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, a non-profit organization committed to spreading the cause of meditation. He is a successful entrepreneur, former vice president of IBM, transformational meditation coach, and board member advisor of few non-profit organizations, including Pyramid Valley International, Bangalore. He has been practicing meditation for over 20 years now, teaches regularly to organizations and business leaders and professionals, conducts multi-day advanced meditation retreats, and participates in several meditation service activities. He attributes a lot of his success in his professional and personal life to the powerful techniques based on meditation and manifestation. We welcome you, sir. I think this was his, I don't think, I'm just telling you that it was his idea of bringing this first global conference of meditation leaders. And let's give him a big round of applause. before we start, in your welcome kit, you must be having this book. You must have seen this. This book, the purpose of this book is to write the notes if you want to, because lots of wisdom notes you will be getting and you would love to write them. So if you open them, then there are some pages where you can write whosoever the speaker is in front of that. The lines are there. So please make use of it. And one more announcement. अगर कोई भी मास्टर हिंदी में ये सारा अनुवाद सुनना चाहते हैं तो कृपया करके गुलमोहर हॉल में प्रस्थान करें, क्योंकि वहां पे एक फैसिलिटी दी गई है कि ये सारा प्रोग्राम जो इंग्लिश में यहाँ हो रहा है वहां पे ये सारा हिंदी में अनुवाद होगा उसका। तो आपके जैसा आपको ठीक लगे आप प्लीज अपने कंफर्ट के अनुसार देखिए। थैंक यू। वी वेलकम यू सर।
Check. Good. Play Patriji video. No, I guess. Oh, yeah. Happy morning, everyone. Dear friends and all delegates, welcome once again. We have a brief video of Patriji, Grand Meditation Master, who simplified it so beautifully so that this can be taken by everybody in the world. What is natural and simple can be very easy to adopt. If you have a list of procedures and if you have 20 instructions to practice meditation, it is difficult and that cannot be adopted. So we'll listen a brief message from Patriji before I start the presentation. Can I have the AV team to help? The videos need to come on this. So while we are waiting for this, long ago, my younger brother, medical doctor, was telling me that meditation, you must meditate, and the Dr. GK, I was a medical student that time, and then he was telling me, you meditate and you will be successful. And I was in the United States that time, and I used to work, and then meditation and success, that was the last thing that I ever knew about. And then I was constantly discouraging him that why is he wasting his time? Because that is all that was new for me, that meditation is only for the old people, meditation is only after retirement, or only for those who have some serious challenges in life. But contrary to this myth, dear friends, that we find, and then at that point I pursued to have him not do it, but then somehow the truth always has to win, I guess. So then somehow I came to India on one of the vacations, then I met Patriji. And then Patriji said there is a different way of living life, and then you do not know about it. If you want to explore, explore. There is a body-mind version, there is an energy-mind. If you're a body-minded, then you're looking everything from the physical material sense. When you're energy-minded, then you're looking from an unlimited possibility sense. So he was trying to give us that hint and saying that there is a different way to live life and you want to explore, then that is meditation. And so then, being very scientific in nature, I wanted to pursue this, and then I explored, and then I saw many people are absolutely practicing, and so they're practicing following him. And then I see my own younger brother, medical doctor, is also actively saying. And then I got to know about Dr. Newton, and then several others, or many medical doctors are also all are practicing meditation. I said, something is there. There has to be something that we must explore. So I took my time to explore, but then somewhere in the year 2002, where I was going through a lot of, in the startups. By then I was in IT startups, in information technology, as a computer science engineer from BITS Pilani. And then so I've been working always in an IT company, so in a startup. And so there was a lot of stress, 18 hours, 17, 18 hours of work every day. And then you always very competitive. So some of these things that were straining the relationship at the workplace. And so when I took to this meditation, just because I was parallelly pursuing and then looking at it, and it's happened that I started practicing for 40 days. In fact, actually for 2 months of meditation, I practiced every day, half an hour to 1 hour, sometimes a little longer, without missing. And that's 2 months, and I was also reading a lot of books, many books that are suggested that I was reading, great books that are sort of opening up things, opening up. One book said that your thoughts create reality, by a book by Ramtha. It said your thoughts create reality. Then subsequently, the power of subconscious mind is telling that your mind has so much power that it can be unleashed if only you know how to do it. And so at the end of those 6 weeks of that practice, 6 to 8 weeks, I recognized that something fundamental is changing in me. And Harvard study tells us that events are neutral. It is the meaning that we give to the event makes us feel good or not good. So what is happening for me after those 2 months of meditation, when I was going to work, now the work is becoming very interesting. That no longer I was feeling that managers are not cooperative or biased. No longer I was feeling that my colleagues are not sharing information with me. When I changed my thought, with meditation, something happening was that I looked at people differently. I was giving a different meaning. That studies started making sense that every event is neutral. If somebody did not invite for a meeting, then what meaning do we give is what determines how good we feel or not good. If we see that I missed because maybe I'm not good enough, then we had that whole day gone in that. If we see that I've got 2 hours of important time saved by not being called into the meeting, then we are happy about it, and we see this as a lot more positive, dear friends. So meditation helped me to see things in different perspective than being in a very biased, selfish perspective. Meditation helped to increase, it naturally reduced the stress levels in the body. Carrying work and then working for a long time was never a problem. And then people used to tell in an MNC where you're working in India and then United States zones or time zones, your days are starting early, ending very late, and then still are very energetic and active. And so then meditation increasing, reducing stress, increasing energy, and the way people are appearing to me are changing. And then subsequently, just along the way, little later in 4 months, I'd healed of a condition which was bothering me in flight travel, air travel. And air travel was bothering me, this condition rather than ENT, where when the experts have told me there is no solution for it. But to my great surprise, something that I was actually going through for 4 or 5 years it disappeared in those 4 months of meditation. 99% is disappeared. So I was able to freely travel. That means as an executive, then you want to freely be able to again go back into your career options. Especially if you are in the sales, if you are in the marketing, if you are traveling to the clients, then you need to do, and this was preventing for me, and so then I was able to do it very easily. That healing happened. And then stress relieved, the way I would say that I had this significant chronic backache. Many of us have these stresses, either financial or relationship or just overwhelmed, and then it shows up in the back. Karthikeyan just talked about all illnesses, or most illnesses are psychosomatic. That means as our thought processes, our feelings are, how we express it is resulting into the body. A big revelation that with meditation, because we change our mindset, we change our thought process, we change the way we express to people and things, and then automatically our body getting freed up and easier. So with all these great benefits, dear friends, so then I decided that no, I must do something about this, and then that's how I moved into I started helping Patriji, invited to be a part of a project called Pyramid Valley International. So I decided to be part of that project. And then we built, while running my company parallelly, we built an amazing meditation center in Bangalore with a group of us together with under Patriji's guidance. That sort of helped me to experiment with meditation, continuously stay in touch with it. And then while my company continued to grow, as meditation is always giving us spontaneous decisions, giving us ideas, solutions, developing intuition. One of the things that happens for a meditative leader is to be able to identify strengths and weaknesses of team members so that you can align them. A lot of times we try to give good work to only good people and then we tend to ignore it. But then that's not the case in our case. And we were able to identify, because you naturally find that strength in every team member. Many unspoken things are there with meditations making me successful, to the point that we're able to apply a lot of science of meditation, which increase significant thought power towards and increase significant manifestation abilities to have a company acquired by an MNC. And then parallelly that at some point having this deep interest and then having that alignment towards taking this all-round development benefits of meditation, so we started Buddha Seva Quantum Foundation, and then we are taking this meditation to many, many organizations, corporations, and to the graduating students as future leaders, in informing and then telling them that how it is simple but yet very, very scientific. We're going to explore some concepts, dear friends. So can I have the presentation we will do later? Is the presentation coming? So let me explain our mind. There are two aspects of it until the presentation comes. Our mind, the meditation can be seen in many, many ways. We're talking about science of meditation. It has many, many connotations, and the benefits are far wider. But we're going to take an angle of what meditation is doing to the mind. Meditation is a great process to train the mind. Today, the mind is the master of our life. Mind is the master of our body. With meditation, we train ourselves to become the master of the mind, and so that we have the master of the life. Quantum physics is now corroborating with enough of evidence that everything out there is emptiness and energy. 100-year-old research, 100-year-old studies of quantum physics is always telling us that everything that is there, 99.99% out there in the universe is emptiness. And the matter is only 0.0000001%. So everything is emptiness and matter is only very, very tiny. And even that matter that we perceive as electrons and neutrons, which we thought as a matter, but that also the quantum physics tell are by default energy, they are waves. So everything in the universe is energy, but energy to matter is happening. And energy to matter is happening. Our every experience, you have to consider it as there is an energy and then becomes as a matter as a physical experience in our life. Now energy to matter is happening through observation. They've done experimentation, they called it double slit experiment, and then they're done over and over again, and then every time you do this, then through observation, that energy or the electrons become matter. So there is enough understanding to say if some electrons can become matter through observation, when an observer is there, then it is changing, energy is changing to matter. And then we all, in our studies, would have said there is something called observer effect. When you're looking at things, then they slowly change. If you have energy, then people change. Observer effect is there. Here, an electron is becoming from an energy particle, energy to a matter. And so if that is possible through an observation, then it is extended to say that our thoughts, that observation is thought and feeling, and our thoughts and feelings are constantly drawing our outer experience in life. Henry Ford said, if you can do it, you are right. If you can't do it, you still are right. If you think that you can do it, you are right. If you think that you can't do it, you are right too. Mahatma Gandhi said, man is always a product of his thought. He believed in so much of that power of thought that we are constantly creating our life through our thought, our dreams, our feelings, our expression. And so, if thoughts create reality is a fundamental aspect, now you look at the mind, and if you look at the mind, then what's happening? There are two aspects to this mind, dear friends. There is an outer mind, and there is this tiny little inner mind. The outer mind is called conscious mind, is full of thought. Research shows that on average, a person is having 12,000 to 50, 60, 70,000 thoughts a day. And in that, the research shows that 80% are negative, or another 15% redundant. So practically, we have thought up to 50, 60,000. In that, 80 to 95% thought are negative and redundant. There is a restless mind. There is so much of restlessness is there. Constant worries. If I'm going to present in the next meeting, will I do well? I've got a big deadline 3 weeks later. What's going to happen? My team is not performing. Okay, somebody is not well in the family. My children are not responding. So many thoughts are there. Restless mind constantly in the past or future. 95% up to 95% are negative and then restless. Right. And so, what's that? Okay. So I'm going to skip to where we are, right here. Presentation, yes. So mind, understanding the mind, restless mind, negative thoughts that are there. And then second thing is the limiting mind. Limiting mind where it's all beliefs and perceptions. So there are two aspects to the mind. One is we're all completely, many times restless. That's 70,000 thoughts, many of them are negative, worrisome, all of that. Second is limiting mind. We all know the elephant story. Elephant story, we understand elephant story. An elephant, as a baby elephant is tied to a small rope and a small peg. And then as the elephant is growing, they are not, the mahout is never changing the rope and peg size. They continue to keep the same, and it grows fully, and then still thinks that it is tied. The elephant is always, as you know, where is it tied? Is it tied to the physically, really, or is it tied in the mind? It can easily pull itself, but it is tied in the mind. These limitations of the mind, I can't do it. It's not possible. I am unlucky. This is how the world works. This is how my body is. So many things are there because of the limitations. And all these limitations, dear friends, are there in this a part of the brain called subconscious mind. So the two fundamental aspects, I can't change the slide. Okay. So the brain to mind mapping, I would like to say here a couple of things. Our brain fundamentally is divided into three areas. Just hold me a little bit of science because we're talking about a scientific understanding of meditation so that we can view it differently and then we can easily introduce in our respective do it, then we don't want to do, more so the younger generation. And so that's why we're doing the friends. So the three brains, and if you look at the brain mapping, is the brain, the outer brain is called neocortex, which is the thinking brain. The midbrain is the emotional brain. And so the three brains, the outer one, where I was talking about the conscious mind, 12,000 to 50,000 thoughts, 80 to 90% negative and repetitive. The second brain, which is the middle one, the yellow color, the small brain, it's a small sized brain, is called the limbic brain, is subconscious mind, is got 90% of our daily life is driven through the subconscious mind programs. Every day, when we wake up, what do we think of ourselves, our financials, our people, our day-to-day, our office environment? What do we think? What programs do we have? Oh, it's a difficult life. Oh, this month is going to be really bad. Okay, our growth just cannot be met. These are all various programs that we have with which we wake up. And so our life is revolved around all those programs. That means we take actions based on what that is. The moment we say it's going to be very challenging this month, when there is a new request coming from our bosses in the organization, We say impossible. Readily we have a defense posture and say, it's not possible, boss, it's impossible. Right now, already very difficult. And so the belief system, limiting mind means the belief system, like the elephant tied itself in the mind, a lot of belief system is there. And then it's staggering to know that 90% of our life is driven through these events. That's research. And so, dear friends, I've talked about how the quantum physics is talking about creating our reality. So let me skip this part of it, right? The quantum physics is saying that our thoughts create reality. We can derive from it. Energy becomes matter through observation. So I'm trying to bring two concepts. One, thoughts create reality. Through quantum physics, we understand it. Second, we are understanding the science of brain and then mind, where there is a restlessness, there is a limitation. So when we put these two things together, dear friends, we need to change our thoughts and beliefs. If thoughts and beliefs are going to be creating our outer reality, then we need to change them. According to science, if thoughts are leading towards experiences, and then if thoughts and beliefs are negative mostly and are limited mostly in the way we think and the judge, and then so we need to change. And what is that that is going to help us to change? Meditation and wisdom. Meditation is changing the mind and changes the experience of life. While this is one of the core reasons of why meditation, naturally when people come in to meditate, they are ultimately helping in their health, but it's not just health. Your mind is about everything, and so meditation changes every aspect of our life. And so, looking at it a little more deeply, so there's so much of scientific evidence on this aspect. Meditation is stilling the conscious mind and then reprogramming the subconscious mind. Now, scientific research is there, and many institutes have done this research. We are quoting a research by Sarah Laser, 2005, considered a landmark study in meditation research. A few things happen scientifically. Number one, our brain is two parts, and there is a synchronization of the whole brain happening through meditation. The whole brain synchronizes. When the whole brain synchronizes, it's like two hands coming together and operating together. As if you have one hand, how much you can lift. You have two hands, you know, you can lift a lot more. So whole brain synchronization. There's load balancing. Many things happen. Number one. Number two, meditation, when people who are regularly meditating, in the research shown, that neuroscience research, that the amygdala, which is called the fear area of the emotional center, shrinks. Amygdala is the emotional center, in that there is a fear area within the amygdala that is shrinking. And then they also seen that the long-term memory area, that's also increasing for meditators. Then the third thing they have noticed with meditation causing structural change in the brain is about overall the whole brain that is there is becoming thicker and thicker. It's called the neocortex, the big outer brain, which is responsible for learning, our reasoning, our cognitive powers, our decision making, all of that. Now it is becoming thicker for long-term meditators. They measure it to monks, they measure it to everybody who is practicing simple meditation. There may be different kinds of meditation, but it is making the whole neocortex. That means more neurons are there in the brain, more brain cells are there. That's what it means. And the fourth thing, dear friends, of the many things, and we identified 4 aspects, is meditation moves the brain into a very beneficial wave state. From a very stressful state, as it reduces thoughts, then it moves brain into a very insightful state, a solution-oriented state, a deep healing state, a peak performance state. International athletes, when they're performing, they consistently, when they measured what is it that's making them different, and they looked at the performance, they always find that they go in this something called a gamma state at the bottom of that graphs, which is a peak performance state. It's a flow state. We all understand in the corporate world what is a flow. I go into flow. That means you lose time and space and you produce your best. And so, dear friends, because of these various structural changes, we have several benefits of meditation. One, of course, lower stress. We understand this. Pretty easy. And everybody recommends meditation for stress relief. In our programs that we consistently see that 93% of the people are experiencing and they're saying their stress is dropped. In our program, 93% are saying usually about 3 to 6 weeks of program later. The second thing, meditation is increasing energy in the body significantly. There are 3 circles: the energy through the food, energy through our thought optimization, energy through our meditation, there is drawing natural energy, and this big circle is about that. It increases energy significantly. That's the reason for why many meditative leaders are able to stay fresh morning to night. Evening 5 o'clock, if we drag ourselves into the meeting saying that it's too tiring, then there's no leadership there. And so meditation is very, very easy aspect that is building that energy so that you're fresh and active throughout the day. The third thing, dear friends, that meditation is doing is mental wellness. If there is one thing that is significant benefit that meditation is adding is our mental wellness. A strong mind. For various reasons of various chemicals that are being released, which are necessary for one to be happy, one to be feeling rewarded, one to be peaceful, one to be making friendship with others. And all of those chemicals are very, very naturally given by meditation, which otherwise are required to, that we have to do an external action. If we perform an action and then somebody rewards us, saying that, hey, appreciate us, then we feel good. It's called a good hormone. Meditation produces automatically. And so we hear, and then many people who meditate are saying, I feel good for no reason. I'm just happy. Happiness is a basis for innovation. Happiness is a basis for wanting to grow things, experience life more. And so that fundamental happiness, meditation builds from inside without necessarily looking for external achievement. And so then it motivates and inspires dear friends. And so mental wellness, being sound, having a sound mind, and so that we can have better decisions, better everything is there with meditation. Emotional regulation, this is how you deal with people. The day-to-day issues become trivial. We are driving the traffic, suddenly somebody is honking, cutting across, that becomes trivial now. We no longer get bothered about it and talk about it for the next 2 hours. In a meeting, somebody made a comment, then we go about thinking about it whole day. We don't do that anymore. We say, okay, fine, somebody had their thing. Why should I waste my next moment? So it brings that awareness, so the emotional regulation is significantly there. And then we see that 86% of the people who practice meditation are increasing their emotional regulation. That means we have a detailed research, but we see almost 98% or so, they're telling their anger is under control. Their anger is under control because emotions means we equate to anger a lot of times. And yes, so rightfully, we want it to be, our anger to be in check, and significant improvement in there. And then, dear friend, the other one, which is very important for us in talking about how meditation fundamentally shifts us towards growth, is this concept of plasticity and rigidity. Our brain is very rigid by default when it is stressful. When stress is removed and the good chemicals are there, and the brain goes into something called plastic, so it can rewire, it can learn new things, it can decide things faster, it can cognitively perform and analyze. So many things are required for a leader to be able to grow, take spontaneous decisions. Many things can happen pretty quickly when this capability called neuroplasticity is there. Meditation is fundamentally increasing it for everybody, because it sort of rebuilds the neural networks in the brain by putting enough neural glue. It's called those chemicals out there. 90% of the people are saying they're improving their ability to grow, ability to learn new things, ability to participate in discussions. A lot of times after 40, 45, 50, we say, no, I can't learn a new skill. It is impossible for me. Let me just stay where I am. And as we stop learning newer skill, it's a big challenge for organizations to reskill workforce. And then meditation is a fundamental great way that we can help anybody reskill. Factories, thousands of people, we know how much resistance they put when you have to put a new technology, a new process. There's nothing to blame. This ring is fundamentally, brain is there, is not able to support it. We can blame them and say you're not doing, versus we give them a tool and then tell them, and so automatically they're ready to learn new and they're ready to embrace the change. This is exactly what happens with children. Many times we tell them, you concentrate, you will be successful. But do we tell them how to concentrate? We never tell how to concentrate. Of course, if we concentrate, it will be successful, but we don't tell how to concentrate. The poor people are there, the poor children are always getting blamed. They don't know what to do. They're perplexed. But if you tell them instead, you sit down and meditate, then fundamentally this neuroplasticity is increasing, their concentration improves, dear friends, and so then they are easily supporting themselves through their process of studies. So, dear friends, I would like to come to the conclusion before we start some practice of meditation. This meditation, some of the research that we're showing in the last 3 years that we have been studying this, and then over 1,500 responses we have received, we do a very detailed study. This will be presented in different panel discussions during the conference of how that we demonstrate, and over 1,500 participants, detailed study of maybe about 40, 50 different questions and answers, and then we corroborated consistently every time we collected this data. And then the studies are remarkable. The studies are remarkable that 78% of the people are saying their health is improving or improved. In a 6-week program, some of them said, I healed my migraine. It's not there anymore. And otherwise, some are saying that it's improving. 82% of the people say, I'm getting better in the way I work at things. I'm losing a lot of unwanted habits and then wasteful things. I become more spontaneous. I have clarity of decision making, and so I become a lot more productive. 82% are saying this in our research. And there are many other parameters that I've looked at it. You have a conference handbook, and then the last 5 pages of the handbook are about this research that we documented there in all parameters. Holistically, that we are talking about, 90% people say my relationships are improving with meditation, regular practice of meditation. And then 89%, it is an important leadership skill, is problem solving, dealing with unknown, dealing with unexpected. Known, planned is easy, but unknown, unexpected, being spontaneous and be able to do things is 89% are talking about. They are saying that they're getting better in the way they deal with problems. Either the intuition is get better, the spontaneity is more, and all of that difference. So what is this meditation then? With so many benefits out there, brain is structurally changing, and then what is this meditation that is helping us to still the mind, that can help us to reprogram that limitations that are there in the brain? It's a process to go within. We all have a huge intelligent self, and so we just need to go and then look within. Within to see what? Within to see first surface level, what is my emotion like? Then go in and say, why is this emotion coming? Why is this thoughts coming? Look at the memories of it. Where are the restless things coming from? Look at the little bit deeper, the chitta aspect of it. And then look further in it and say, what causes it? And then you are looking at your belief system. And so meditation gives us to penetrate deeply into each of us. It's called process to go within. Not talking too much about the whole energy field, quantum field, that's a different dimension altogether. To experience this unlimited quantum field, to tap into it and then receive solutions is a different dimension. But meditation means ending the restless thoughts of the mind, emptying the mind. It's a process to go within, to look into ourselves, build awareness of who I am. And so that itself, dear friends, is helping us to bring these all-round benefits. And then so what is involved in this process? Very, very simple. While we understand some of it, the process is very simple, is to observing our natural breath. We observe, we sit comfortably and then observing natural breath. What happens when you observe the breath with your eyes closed? Our mind becomes empty, step one. As the mind becomes empty, then we start dropping everything that we have known, so we start experiencing emptiness all around, and then we want to be in that state of emptiness. Quantum physics said everything is empty, and empty is energy. And so the moment we are experiencing emptiness, they're going to experience some energy. And so automatically, many things happen in the meditation process. So, but that's simple. So at this time, I would like us to go into a meditation which, having understood that what happens to the mind, and then the various scientific understanding of what it is doing to the brain, and then how it is leading to various benefits of stress relief, emotional intelligence, growth, sound, mental well-being. And so we'll practice this meditation, dear friends. You might be having your own practices, but we ask that we practice this process, which is so simple. You don't have to give up any other process that you have. But this process, we know that if practiced, and if this process leads to emptying the mind, then we know that all the results that I talked about, the research I talked about, is there. If it is some other process, I don't know what the results and research is about. But this process of emptying the mind will definitely help. Or any process that empties the mind will have the same result, the benefit that we talked about. So how to do it, dear friends, as we are sitting there comfortably, sit down. There are three things to the posture. A simple posture and then a simple process. The posture is very simple. We are sitting with our feet crossed at ankle, as you see in the picture, feet crossed at ankle, the person sitting in the sofa or chair. And then our fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in our lap. We rest our hands in our lap. And then we close our eyes. Those of you wearing spectacles, you remove the spectacles, not required. So we close our eyes. So that's the posture. We close our eyes, we lock the fingers, and then we lock the legs at the ankles. When you do that, we sort of let the body so relax, and then body also is gently locked. The moment you close our eyes, we withdraw all our sensory perceptions. In order to completely forget about ourselves, to become empty, we have to withdraw sensory perceptions, we have to drop a thought in our mind. So both things happen when you close our eyes, number one. And so we are observing. So first thing is to close your eyes, fingers into fingers, be comfortable, gently lock your legs and fingers by having the locking posture as you see there. And then, how do we empty the mind? You take any reference point on your nose, preferably at the middle of the eyebrows, or here or at the tip of the nose, anywhere at the reference point, and with your eyes closed, put your attention at that point. We all can put our attention anywhere. It's called awareness, something outside the mind, outside the body. So put your attention onto your nose. So close your eyes, attention onto the nose anywhere, preferably here. And then at that point, I want you to observe your breath going in and coming out. Our breath is going in and coming out. So, which is a natural breath. No forceful inhalation, exhalation. You want to observe the natural breath, dear friends. When you observe the breath at that reference point, slowly, slowly, our mind is becoming empty. Thoughts are coming lesser and lesser. As the mind is becoming empty, then we experience that total emptiness around. That emptiness is energy. So we may experience some sensation, movement, some kind of a vision. Many things may happen. Be a witness to all of it. That means observe them, don't interpret them. So observing the breath, slowly, slowly, mind becoming empty, then we experience a total emptiness around. We may have some sensation, witness that. But if you have thought any time, and you know it's thought, please bring your attention back to the breath and start the process again. At no point you do not open your eyes, and then continue to keep your eyes closed until the end where I say you open your eyes. At that time you do open, not now at any time. I'm going to play light music. I will also do brief guidance, dear friends, which help us to go into deeper meditative states. Relax yourself. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. It is natural to have thought. When you recognize your thinking, go back to observing your breath, dear friends. Be with your breath and allow yourself to slowly become empty. when you observe your breath, your mind slowly becomes empty. With your eyes closed, fingers into fingers in your hands in your lap, dear friends, observe that natural breath. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness inside of you, all around you. focused, we develop greater power of thought. Be with your breath. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness, that blackness. It is natural to have thought. When you recognize you are thinking, go back to observing your breath, dear friends. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness, that blackness. With your eyes closed, observe your natural in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. We are less matter, more emptiness and energy. Become aware of that emptiness inside of you, all around you. All emptiness is energy. This is the quantum field of energy, the field of limitless possibilities. The longer you stay aware of this emptiness, that blackness, the more insightful you become, the more possibilities you draw into your life. If you find yourself distracted in thought, go back to observing your breath, dear friends, and allow yourself to slowly find that emptiness all around. Stay aware of that emptiness, that blackness. Final 1 minute, merge into your breath. Friends, at this time I would like you to express gratitude. Gratitude moves us into coherence in our body, mind and energy. Gratitude is the highest state of experience and receivership. Can you express gratitude to your parents for giving us this beautiful connection to this universe? Be grateful to your teachers and mentors for expanding your knowledge and wisdom. Be grateful to all the people in your life, your family, friends, colleagues, relatives, partners, everybody are helping you learn so many things, experience many. Your gratitude to this grand nature, the bird, the fish and the animals, for filling our lives with beauty, energy, mystery and more. Gratitude to everything you use, the technology, the system, the companies, the government that support our life in many, many ways. Gratitude to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others, and gratitude to this intelligent universe for helping us experience this beautiful life. Gratitude moves us into a coherent state of being. Relax your body and feel your body as your autonomous nervous system repairs your body. Recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then you may open your eyes. Where's my laptop? Is the laptop slides removed? Okay. How is the meditation, dear friends? Right. Anybody would like to share how you felt? Anyone? No? Please, Rathanawel. There? Madam wants to share. Feeling of heaviness. Can you use the laptop, please? Or you can put the slides there. Feeling of heaviness. Yes. So since we are learning, many are there first time too, so it's important we understand a little bit before we conclude this session, friends. So how many people felt lightness in your body? Lightness. And heaviness. Where heaviness of your shoulders, legs, any of the head, all of that is possible. And then how about movement in the body? Body moves to the left, to the right, and it is jerking off like this constantly, which we thought is sleep. Most of the time it's not sleep. And then what about anybody having a whirling sensation or floating sensation? Your hands, floating sensation. Rajiv and many of you. And then did anybody have tingling sensation or some kind of a this area tingling, head is heavy, sort of moving around? Okay. And then anybody have any visions? Visions are the seen colors. Okay, a few hands there. And how about some deep feelings? Maybe during gratitude time, maybe inside during the heart, all of that deep feeling. And how many felt that meditation just went and then you want to continue for some more time? How many wanted to continue for some more time? Okay, many hands. Anybody felt it really went by quickly? Actually meditated for about 25 to 28 minutes. How many people felt it's like 5 minutes it went off just like that? All right. So dear friends, this simple process, when we are observing the breath and we withdrawing our sensory perceptions, slowly cutting off from the physical environment. Physical environment is one frequency of the many frequencies that are there. So when we meditate, when we empty the mind, when we withdraw sensory perception, the physical environment experience is forgotten or temporarily forgotten. So then what we are left with is, as per the quantum physics, everything is quantum field of energy. So we are now connected to this entire energy field. That's why many who experience that sensation, movement, all that energy is showing up in different ways. So we tune into different frequencies. It's a concept that meditation that we understand is called vipassana, and the technique came from Gautama Buddha and then highly popularized by Brahmarshi Pitamaha in the last 40 years. It's called Anapanasati Vipassana. This is an ancient meditation technique, and it's so simple that 1 in 2 people nearly in the world who practice meditation are using a breath technique like this, observing our natural breath. So no wonder that this technique is simple, and then most other people in the world practice are doing this because it's simple. And it comes from Gautama Buddha. Gautama Buddha is synonymous to meditation. In Buddha CEO, Buddha is you conquer the inner world, and CEO you conquer the outer world. That's what Buddha CEO means. That Patriji has wonderfully named this. And so this simple practice, dear friends, when we are doing it, we get all these experiences, which means we are doing it right. So nothing to worry about. Any experience that we have in meditation of the body, movements, visions, colors, all of those things means that we are going into the empty states. We continue this practice. How long we do it is simple. Is our goal in this conference to do these meditations over and over so that you learn and then practice it. How long we do? We do it for initially youngsters about 20 minutes. Adults 30 to 40 minutes, slowly increase it. You start with 20, you can increase it slowly. There is a guidance, 1 minute per age. That's another guidance that you can use, 1 minute per age. But generally 15-20 minutes for youngsters and then 30 to 40 minutes for adults. If you do a practice every day, you've got a great transformation, that all-round benefits that I've seen, everything must come into our life. And pyramids are a wonderful source of deepening our meditation practice. Pyramids deepen our meditation practice. So you will find some literature about pyramids. People talk about pyramids because pyramids are storehouse of energy. So when you meditate in a pyramid, then meditation is an order of magnitude powerful depending on how you are seeing it. But pyramids, fundamentally, there is a lot of scientific evidence and research is there. And these pyramids are there. We have a track tomorrow evening on pyramid research of what various scientists have said about pyramids, and then how they have these great benefits of healing, preservation, and altered states of meditation experiences. So people are doing meditation in pyramids. Patriji discovered this beautiful technology and then have been encouraging many people to build pyramids. That picture you see there is a mega pyramid in Bangalore. 4,000 people can meditate in that pyramid. This is a beautiful meditation center. That is there for people to go there and learn free meditation, practice, and then be there and then sort of evolve more. And so pyramid meditation is something that we actively promote. Every office can have pyramids. When I was running my company, so we had pyramid rooms. One meditation we converted into a pyramid room with a meditation. One conference room converted to a meditation room. Installed many small pyramids. As you see that person sitting there under the pyramid. They produce a natural energy, and so that meditation is deeper. It's a free energy. It also acts as a secular structure for people to come together. In the Pyramid Valley International, all faiths, all of them come there. It doesn't matter who it is. You go into the pyramid, it's all empty space. You sit down and meditate. So every faith they feel comfortable to come into meditation. So it also acts as a symbol of unity and a lot of integrity. So we support this pyramid energy and actively promote this as a great vehicle to improve or increase the meditation depth. Pyramid Valley International, I mentioned it, an amazing place that one would want to visit with families. So everybody goes. As you can see by now, while we're talking in a leadership conference here about meditation, it goes without saying to every member of the family, from 5-year-old to somebody very seriously ill and cannot even get up, can practice the simple meditation. What many of our practitioners doing, the moment you learn it, immediately they take it to the family. They make them sit along with them. Their spouses, their parents, their children, everybody is doing it together family because it benefits everyone. The benefits of changing the mind is there for everyone. It's not just for leaders or for everybody. And so this place sort of facilitates great learning. And we have another beautiful pyramid, even bigger than that, in Hyderabad called Maheshwara Pyramid, that we have the chairman. So many masters are here if you want information about this. But that's another bigger pyramid with a lot of energy there that we facilitate and more people can sit. And before I conclude, I'm deeply thankful to Karthikeyan sir, our mentors, SVB sir, and then Ramani sir, and then of course Patriji. Gratitude once again for for establishing a space of research and then bringing meditation as a growth, bringing meditation as a growth and transformation. United Nations, when an individual changes to embrace the whole, then these development goals cannot be fully embraced. And so then there are various movements in the world. One of them is Inner Development Framework. A group of people in Europe have started this framework. I said Inner Development Framework. And meditation is the top of it, to see that if we change internally, inside, then of course then we embrace the nature as one of them, animals as another, people as another, ourselves another. There are so many friendships meditation makes when you do this practice regularly. So in summary, that I would like to conclude, dear friends, that meditation provides growth and excellence in individuals and organizations. While well-being is there, holistic wellness is there, and then increased engagement and profitability for companies, because a Gallup study shows that only 21% of the employee engagement is at 21%. Meditation significantly changes that, and then they make, because they align to the business, they align to the work, they start engaging a lot more. So that itself is sufficient for profitability. And then of course leadership is coming together as in that neuroplasticity to neurorigidity to plasticity. So there is openness. Openness means that when business is asking you to grow, when government is asking you to take a new initiative, there is a different level of response now we give and say, let me look at it. Can I consider it? Before I say a flat no. A no response becomes, let me look into it and then come back and see what I can do. And so the great benefits of meditation, from going from wellness, which is always there, to a profitability, more engagement by the employees, to growth and leadership, dear friends. So with that, I thank you, all of you. We, I believe, are on top of the hour at 11:15. We have a couple of minutes. For anybody has a questions, we'll take a couple of questions before we break. Any questions, please?
Hi, good morning, sir. So you talked about the pyramid meditation. In contrast to that, I've also heard, instead of a pyramid, you have a dome instead on top of you, which can also be seen in spiritual places and temples. So what can you tell us about the pyramid meditation and the science behind the pyramid instead of the dome, or the benefits of it?
So I don't know about dome or cones. I can't talk about them, but I do know that pyramids have great, there is a lot of research. So when they're built to a specific angle, and so we encourage that because we do see it, and the pyramids are also there all over the world. There is a researcher tomorrow is going to talk called Sam Osmanagic on pyramids, who's discovered that 125,000 pyramids are there built. Most of us know only a Giza pyramid here, maybe some Machu Picchu pyramids there, but there are 125,000 pyramids world over there, and then some of them that we have gone and seen in Bosnia and all of those. And so they're there for an ancient, they're there from a long, long time. I don't know about cones and domes that may be there, but these are there for thousands of years that are there. And so then we do know there's plenty of research on pyramids, and so we can talk about it. Other things, I don't know. You can enlighten us if there is some research. Maybe, yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, thank you for this wonderful session. I have read in books basically that this meditation is a good practice to continue, but while doing this, you have to take care of food also, because generally when you are doing meditation, that creates heat in your body basically. And then you have to take care of food like ghee and all, because as per Ayurveda they say, because for the people who are having pitta prakriti or having heat in body, so if they do meditation, so chances are quite there, their heat increases and then they face issues. So kindly guide us on the diet also.
There is no such thing as meditation increasing the body heat. There are many misconceptions may be there, that meditation is fundamentally, if you look at it, we are sitting down in the most relaxed posture and observing our breath. There cannot be any more relaxing than that, because you're most relaxed posture. We're saying sit in the way you're comfortable. Even if you cannot cross the legs, don't even do it, don't bother. But be in the most natural posture. So something that's very relaxing, first of all, it will not have any side effect onto it, but it has great effects, benefits. It brings the body into homeostasis. Homeostasis means that sympathetic, parasympathetic working greatly uniformly, very instantly. And so then extra heat, less heat, all that are not possible. So this meditation, again, techniques differ, but the meditation we're talking about, the breath mindfulness meditation, which is simple observing the breath, has zero side effects. Zero means zero. Right? Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. One question I want to ask. And these teenagers are never convinced with the kind of I do not follow meditation, but yes, I have read a lot of books and understood the thing. That is why I convinced the student also. But at times they are having a lot of energies and they want quick methods. So how to convince these teenagers that this is the wonderful things that could happen?
Madam, the convincing is same for everybody. A company is doing what? Suppose a new product comes. There are three types of people. There are visionaries, there are pragmatists, right? And then there are those who just never take it. The visionaries are taking it on immediately the moment they see it and say, oh, this is greatly beneficial long term, so they take it. No matter, you don't have to do much marketing. They'll take it because they see it, they benefit. They're called visionaries. And there are pragmatists who are saying, is everybody practicing? Then I'll practice it. And then those will never take it. This is how any market is there. So is the case meditation too. So many youngsters are there. Why you said it? But many youngsters we do know are taking a lot of it, number one. And so when they take it from there, naturally others will also see and then take it. But however, the duality doesn't work. If we want the children to do, we need to do. We know it. We all see in like organizations, if the employees have to do, then the leaders have to lead from the front. It is there. So if we do it, then automatically children will do it. If we increase our energy, then everybody around us will have to take at some point, at the right time though. That is where the visionary and pragmatist concept comes. Just because I do it doesn't mean that they have to do it. It's not necessary. They're just fundamentally, they're there for experiencing something else differently. And so then we have to allow them to continue to take it. But we do know that, for example, this GCML conference, many people must have seen the flyer, but many of them did not take a decision. Only a few took. But if they see it 3 times and 5 times and 6 times from different media, I bet they're going to look at it and say, maybe I should go next time. This is exactly how our children also are going to take it, madam. So it's for everybody, not just children. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Chanda sir. What an empowering session, as always. Now this is a time for tea break. I believe, apart from meditation, a cup of tea also gives us a cup of peace. So let's take a short break and be back by 11:40. There are some snacks and a cup of tea. It is outside and in the Charminar area.
You forgot
so
my felicitation. You forgot my felicitation.
Okay. Sorry. Just a minute, please. I'm really sorry. We would like to, it skipped my mind. We would like to felicitate Chandra ji. So, just give me a minute, please be
Every
seated.
speaker gets felicitated. Come on.
Yeah.
You can all do a standing ovation. That's why we made you stand.
Yes. Sir, Kartikeya sir, please, we would love to have you on stage.
Invite Guy sir also. Invite Guy sir also. Guy sir also. Guy sir.
And Ghai sir also. Sir, please. You are also requested to be on stage to felicitate Chandra. So my sincere, thank you, sir. And, you know, when one person comes into the family, into meditation, it is such a force, magnetic force, it pulls everybody in the family to do meditate. So, we all are going to take this gift from us in these 2 days. And we all believe that the consistency we are going to practice. So now, the tea, we all can move there for the tea. Thank you so much.
you.